Alright, we're finally gonna get spraying beans today. Better late than never, right? Not that I wasn't trying to anyhow, but there's other stuff going on. And needing to wait for moisture to begin with, which we're kind of back to needing moisture, but I think we still got, when I checked last night, and I'll check again right now, we had chances of rain pretty much every day next week, starting Sunday. I hope it stays that way. Probably won't, but Monday, Tuesday, well, they took Wednesday out and Thursday. So hopefully we get some rain next week. Well, with that being said, I want to get done spraying beans this week and hopefully get my hands on my buddy's row crop spreader Thursday and get a load of urea Friday afternoon and get the earlier planted corn, get some urea spread on it because it's getting to the point where it's going to need it, but I need to have some rain in order to make that happen. So if I can hold out till Saturday, Sunday time frame to get it sprayed, or not to get it sprayed, to get it spread, we'll be done spraying by that point. And just pray after that we actually get the rain. Probably won't, but you know, you gotta have hopes and dreams, right? A little breezy, but where I'm going to start I think where I'm going to start spraying, there's a field I could hit on the way there. We'll see how windy it actually is, but where I'm going to go start spraying has got woods all the way around it and it's small fields, so should have no problem with drift down there. But I got Smoke, which is my adjuvant, Roundup, Enlist, and the dual mag. So everybody knows the drill. Fill the sprayer halfway, mix the chemical, finish filling the sprayer. So pitter patter. Yep, I should have been out here a minute or two ago. Field across the street looks pretty bad. Well, it is pretty bad, which I kind of expected that one to be kind of a rough go for a while, because the guys that farmed it before didn't really take care of it, and it wasn't necessarily because of the fact that they're bad farmers. It was because the field's so small and their sprayer's so big, and well, actually all their equipment was basically too big to farm that field, so it just kind of got shit on. But anyhow, let this mix a little bit longer. Not that they should have got plenty shook up on the drive over here, but just to make double sure. clue what happened here. It was clean when I planted it. The only thing I can figure is because this field was no-till before I got to it, apparently chisel plowing it just pissed something off, because this is terrible. Last time I looked at it 2 weeks ago, all I saw out here was some grass, and it was all up there in the front. Well, apparently that rain we got really woke something up, but it's terrible. I really don't even want to show it, but I gotta. There are beans out here, so hopefully after everything dies down, there's still some green out here, but time will tell. God, this is bad. I didn't realize it was this bad. It's been a couple weeks since I've been out here. Damn. So anyhow, on to the next one. Okay, this field ain't too terrible. It's just got some grass around the outside of it for the most part, but there are some beans up here, out here that are up, and then you got beans that are just coming up. Basically all the fields from here on out have just been fields that were sitting around waiting on moisture. But luckily it does look like we are finally coming in, although you can't see it standing up, but we got beans all the way down through here. This is not one of them that I hit with a roller because it was lighter ground. Basically, for all intents and purposes, half the beans got rolled and half the beans didn't, so I'm just curious to see how that turns out. I checked, what day was it I had to quit, because it was Friday, right? Yeah, Friday afternoon when I had to quit spraying, or couldn't spray corn. I went around and checked some of the bean fields that I'd rolled, and the beans were sprouted, but they hadn't come up, or they hadn't pushed through yet, so I'm guessing these were about the same stage. So hopefully, since these are pushing through, God, that makes me feel so much better. I don't think I've ever sprayed beans this late in June and not had them be up yet, but you can kind of see them, they're coming up all the way across the field, so that makes me feel a lot better. Although apparently there's a damn woodchuck out here. I just noticed this, something's been eating the tops off of them. The first field I sprayed there, if you noticed when I had the video or camera going when I was spraying along the woods there, and you notice there was probably a drill and a half width in. That's all woodchuck damage too. I guess they've shot 5 of them so far. That's a pretty good crop of woodchucks for a field that small. So, but finally seeing beans coming up through the ground, it does make me feel better. Although the damn woodchucks, he get been up here too. Either woodchucks or deer, but I guarantee you they're coming from that damn weed patch over there. That's all, what do they call it? Michigan, the signs right there. It's all like it's like the next step up from CRP. Basically, it's permanent rental to the state, and they put it back into a native grassland. That wasted good farm ground's all it is. Makes it harder for us because we got to compete with rent from the government now, and their pockets are a hell of a lot deeper than ours. Stupid. this one's done. Just driving through, you can see the beans coming up. They should fill in pretty good. This should turn into a pretty nice little bean field, hopefully. But I think I'm done for the day. I noticed I got a tip that's acting goofy, so I tried cleaning it. There wasn't nothing in it, and it's still dribbling. So I don't know if I need to replace the tip or if I got, which it's this one right here. Oh, maybe I need to replace the holder because it's got a, how the heck does that even happen? I bet that's why it's leaking. It's probably not sealing up. It's probably got nothing to do with the tip. It's probably coming out of the I think I should have a couple of these. I think I bought some spares. I hope I bought some spares. But definitely want to. It was still atomized and I could see it. It was still throwing a fan. It was just it just dribble a little bit when the boom bounced. So don't want to be doing none of that. So I guess I'm going to go home and fix that real quick and call her a night. So I guess we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Alright, we're back to spraying today. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do because it's a little breezy. I came here first because this one's back in a hole. So I know we should be able to stay fairly calm back in here. And the next field I'm going to is a little more open. So if I can do that, then I'm going to have Dad come pick me up, take me to get the truck, and I'll have to bring the truck in the nurse tank out to where I'm at so I can refill. We got some baby beanies coming in. Hopefully it fills in okay. These ones been laying here a while. Yeah, they're coming ever so slowly. I'm starting to get a little frustrated trying to do something to get word out about possibly doing something or doing a employee get together for the South Bend plant like I've been talking about, and I've been rejected by all 3 news stations. Well, that's when I called, just flat out told me, yeah, we're not going to do a story on something like that. It's not worth our time. It's like, which the one thing you'll find, the one thing you quickly learn about the city of South Bend, which I kind of figured just how this was going to go, but I had hopes, was if it doesn't involve Notre Dame, which I don't know why, because Notre Dame is nothing to write home about. But if it doesn't involve Notre Dame, politics, not even local politics, they don't care about that. They just want national politics, or somebody in duress getting killed or getting maimed, the local news stations really have zero interest in it, and the town as a whole really has zero interest in its history, which is very sad because South Bend was at one time kind of an industrial mecca for the area. Like just off the top of my head, you had Oliver, you had Studebaker, you had South Bend Tool, you had Wheel Horse, you had Whirlpool, you had Bendix, which Bendix was by far the biggest of all of them. At its peak, Bendix was employing 15,000 people. 5,000 people per shift, 7 days a week. Or not 7 days a week, 5 days a week. And Bendix was so big it had its own train station because there were people that would commute from Chicago and Gary to work at Bendix. My granddad worked there for many years, and he worked with people from Chicago and Gary who would commute there on the South Shore and stop there because the South Shore had a train stop at Bendix specifically for Bendix employees. And I'm sure that there's more that I'm forgetting, but that's all gone now. South Bend is basically a dried up husk. There's They got a casino, la-di-da, and basically no industry left whatsoever. It's kind of like a smaller, bombed out shithole version of Detroit, basically. Especially kind of on the southern side of town where all the industry used to be. It's just nothing but abandoned buildings or empty lots where buildings used to be, and they finally tore them down because they were so neglected from years of not being used that they were just eyesores. But it's really sad what that town has turned into compared to what it was 50 years ago. Of course, that could be said for a lot of towns in this country. But anyhow, we got some ragweed to take care of, so probably need to work on that. I am going to let these booms run for a hot minute, because I found out spraying last year that apparently if you let Enlist sit in them booms for too long, it gets very, very hot and it will kill everything for like 20 feet. So I'm gonna let them booms clean themselves out. Replaced that guy yesterday. I had one spare one left, luckily, so that should be good. Well, it's a good thing I was on my last pass for this field and I only need the center section of the boom to finish up, because we lost a hook. I thought the chain broke because everything just kind of fell down all at once, but hook broke off. I should be able to just do a little doctoring and bend a new hook up on that spring, because I'm only going to lose half a coil. That ain't going to change anything. So, but it's going to take me a minute to get back to the house and get that fixed. That's probably going to shoot the rest of my day, but I should be able to, because I'm basically out. I had enough to spray. I got this last pass here to finish up, and then I was going to empty the sprayer out in that little corner up there, but obviously can't now. So I don't think there's much left in it. I should just be able to refill the sprayer so it's ready to go for tomorrow, and we'll be good. And I don't see nothing in there, so guess I gotta go home and fix this. All right, I got that spring taken care of, so that saved me from having to go get another one. Guess I don't know why it broke, but whatever. So anyhow, I was gonna go ahead and fill the sprayer back up, but the more I thought about it, more it's like I don't really want a full tank sitting intentionally for 24 hours, not quite 24 hours, but you know, until I get spraying again tomorrow afternoon. So I'll just do it tomorrow when I get home. Also, I am gonna have to go after I get off of work tomorrow and pick up another half a jug of dual mag, because for some reason they shorted me some. was not in the packaging list, so it's not like they charged it for me and didn't bring it. They just didn't, for some reason, nobody decided to jug it. So they brought me enough Roundup, they brought me enough Enlist, they brought me enough crop oil, they just didn't bring me enough dual magnum. So don't know who screwed that math up, so I'm gonna have to go get some, but no big deal. So it's getting too windy to spray anyhow, so it ain't like I'm losing anything. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and call this video quits, and I'm gonna get it put up yet tonight, and probably go home and get the garden rototilled, because there's some grass coming in again. So because Shelly decided she wanted pumpkins, so I plowed her up a spot to put pumpkins in. So now we got the garden boxes and a patch down on the ground, and I'm fighting grass in it. So, but we'll get her. So anyhow, I guess that's it for this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one. And sorry I haven't done too many clips of the tractor and sprayer doing their thing, because I can only do so many angles of the sprayer so many times before it's just spraying, and you already saw a bunch of that spraying corn, so I don't know what else to do to make it interesting other than show when things screw up. So yeah, so anyway, we'll catch you guys on the next one.